Hey guys, good afternoon. So we had a flat day waiting for the NVIDIA, and you can see here that ES traded up to the daily one and pulled back, sort of hung out really from the settlement to the daily one, just this small range between 6480 and 6500 20-point range. And that was what I was expecting this morning. So we're sitting right here on our 7-day one in the middle of the weekly and waiting for here's the monthly one 6507 and the quarterly holding price at 6515 and 6530. For NQ, again, same thing. We s- sold off overnight to the daily one and it bounced back up. So a little bit more range, but just, you know, basically nothing in the RTH but overlap. And again, we're waiting for the NVIDIA to come out. And for the monthly, there are, monthly ones providing resistance 738, 952, 24008, and 24161. Then we have an RVOL 3 up there at 24508, right before the daily twos, HVOL. And there are those quarterly 6-month levels that are still holding price. And 23,686 is the 6-month to HVOL. So I would think that this is going to be a very key resistance level, 686.25. So that's right up here at our daily ones. And they wouldn't even let you get close to it. So they're sitting on it. See what I mean? They're not going to let us get back up to it. And why do I think that? I'm just hesitating because we had GDP last month of 3. If we come over here to the investing calendar for tomorrow and look at the GDP, you can pull up the next day, or excuse me, you can pull up the historical. I've been dealing with historical data all day. Um, and last July, or July last month, last period reported was at 3. The actual came in at 3, right? Well, we're going to go back down to 2, right? The Atlanta the Atlanta GDP now forecast is projecting 2. So that's a 1-point drop. I mean, the range of consensus is all the way down here at below 1, and the Atlanta Fed has us just a little bit above 2. So, but 3 is up here, and it's lower. And then the range of forecast is below that. And why do they say that? It's because of the tariffs. Even though we got $500 billion in tariffs, the way that the statisticians and the PhDs run their calculations, they penalize us for making that money, which is crazy. I think the methodology needs to be examined that they're using for this, but they are going to, you know, lower GDP, not just on home sales, but on tariffs. And they're baking these assumptions in before the tariff inflation hits the tape. We haven't really seen it yet, but they're going to start marking it into the book starting tomorrow, it looks like. Maybe. I mean, we'll see what happens. So, anywhere between 1 and 2 is where we're going to be looking for this number to drop. And so that could kickstart our correction tomorrow. Now, granted, we've got another day for the end of the month, um, Friday after tomorrow morning's report. So technically 2 full days, and they don't like giving up their profits at the end of the month. So they could, we got to look to see where they're going to park price. They don't like giving it up, but they don't want you near those levels either. So they're going to have to pull this back some, right? They're going to have to bring it back in. And that would be below 6,500 right here. So between, let's see how many day range. I think today was 50-point range, even though it was such a small range. $53, right? And it's you can see it's consolidating lower. So we'll pull back probably 38 points tomorrow, that too. Or even the 19 points. 19 to 38 points tomorrow, another, crazy small day, as well as Friday, potentially. And Friday, there's no more data. So really, well, there's PCE data on Friday. So that could also spark a little bit of a hot tape on Friday, a little bit of volatility, but they sure don't like to give it up on Friday. And we can look at Quick Strike to get an idea where that might be for Friday in advance. Come over here and take a peek real quick at our quick sheet. Well, not our quick sheet. Let me come back over here. Keep it simple. Let's just look at the um, black shows on the supplement. Okay. 64.80. And that's the mean, which is exactly where we're sitting. So if we want to go a little bit lower than that red dot, 64.10. And there is your 20 delta is a little bit lower. So your 35 delta is 64.30, 64.10, and then 63.70, 63.60. So that's right here on our 1-2, 63.60. That's so probably between 64.10 and 63.60 if they pull it back where I would be looking for Friday. And we're at 64.80. That would be 120. So 50, yeah, that's right in the range, 53 times 2. So um, that would be full range pullback if we do make it all the way back down there. Probably they don't like giving up that much. I would first look to 64.10. That may be more in line. 70 points would be more palatable. That would be a 25 delta or 29 delta. It's still at the money. So that's where I would be looking. We can see how good that forecast is to see if there's any options sitting on that level. Here's your 6,400 and here's your big put at 6,450. That's, is obvious. But 6,410 is this lower area right here. And that's usually where the dealer would stop it. That low area. So 6,450 is the first put as of now. All right. So waiting for NVIDIA and then waiting for the GDP. I hope y'all have a good night and we will see you in the morning. And I'll, I think I'll have a report for you in the morning. How about that? So I got my immediate needs um, for some historical option data from my own um, data files that I have been working on, but I'm working with Nick at Bantix at Quick Strike to get some historical options data set up um, since I have some special requirements. You know, save a database to house all this and to use it. It may take a little bit extra, but we're working on it. So I hope y'all have a good night and we'll see you in the morning. Thank you again and have a good night.